outside looking in. I know everything looking sweet, but there's some struggles and some pain you can't see. It's been hard on me, not to mention all them nights with no sleep, trying to figure out how the fuck we gon' eat. Now we finally eat.
Reported by DJ Academics, Lil Baby, as well as members of 4PF, are next on the Atlanta DA's Rico list. New paperwork has been leaked in the Atlanta DA's office, revealing very concerning information on 4PF and Lil Baby. Very similar to how Young Thug was raided and arrested for Rico charges, Lil Baby is now next on the list.
An in-depth investigation. Recent months you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There's gonna be more.
Over the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
Now, after this was broadcasted on live news, it didn't take long for Lil Baby's reaction to be released. As Lil Baby tweeted, "I'm trying to start an investment group for the young millionaires. We can run the world if we play it right." As someone replied, "Man, you better be looking out for that Rico that everybody keeps talking about." As Lil Baby then replied, "Only God can judge me." Now, the Rico case that the guy is talking about in the tweet is actually from the leaked paperwork that was released, revealing the next rap group that will be targeted by the Atlanta DA, known as Fani Willis. Fani Willis revealed 2 more rap groups that will be arrested under Rico charges that are based in the Atlanta area. One group being from a top artist in the game with a 3-lettered name, with the second being an average-sized artist who allegedly is 22 G's, as he has already been arrested and then posted bail just a couple of weeks ago. Now, with YSL already being taken down, according to DJ Academics, the streets are saying that Lil Baby and 4PF is next, making people believe that Young Thug and some of the 28 members arrested within YSL ratted on Lil Baby, as allegedly 5 members of YSL has now created proffer deals with the prosecutors in exchange for a lesser prison sentence for themselves. YSL and 4PF have very close ties together. Lil Baby and Young Thug have been best friends for many years, as Young Thug paid Lil Baby at the start of his rap career to stay inside of the studio and off of the streets. They've had ties for a very long time, and Lil Baby has now only spoken out once, ever since the night of May 9th, when the famous YSL mansion housing the YSL kingpin Young Thug was arrested. Young Thug, alongside 28 members of YSL, were raided and arrested on a 56-count indictment in Fulton County. The 56-count grand jury indictment charged 28 members and associates of Young Slime Life, known as YSL. The indictment includes charges of conspiring to violate the Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations, known as the RICO Act, as well as armed robbery and participation in criminal street activity, as News TV captured this exclusive image of authorities taking Young Thug into custody on that day. Now, as described on the day of their arrest, prosecutors say that YSL is a criminal street team that started back in late 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue area of Atlanta. YSL claims affiliation with the National Red. YSL's founders is Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, Walter Murphy, aka DK, and Trontavious Stevens. Young Thug is accused of renting a 2014 Infiniti Q50 sedan from Hertz, which was used in the commission of the passing of Donovan Thomas Jr., a rival street member, on January 10th, 2015, with YSL rapper Gunna also being arrested for Rico charges and sitting within jail. There's also rumors that Gunna could have played a part with Lil Baby being targeted as well, as Young Thug, Gunna, and Lil Baby have been best friends for many years. They've created multiple songs together. The theory of Lil Baby being snitched on by YSL members came to light as this was said at Young Thug's latest court hearing.
He's the one directing traffic. He is the one they're all afraid of. He's the one that's King Slime. He is the most dangerous of the 28, Judge. And I implore you not to grant him a bond. He is dangerous. If he gets a burner, Judge, and the court may know this, a lot of the communications that Mr. Williams is on FaceTime, because it's not traceable, it's not trackable. Judge, I will also say that we have taken proffers from fellow from Mr. Williams. Some are on this indictment, some are not. They have stated uniformly that Mr. Williams is dangerous. They are afraid of him, that if they cross him, he will them and their family. And they were very clear about that.
Concerns that this court has is danger to persons and to intimidate other witnesses and obstruct the administration of justice. So and for those reasons in the aggregate, I'm going to deny bond at this time.
Now, prosecutors revealed that a few members of the 28 arrested are now creating proffer deals with the feds, meaning they're giving more evidence and information on Young Thug and how his operation is ran for a lesser prison sentence for themselves. The streets are now claiming that the members that are within YSL may have mentioned or did mention things that Lil Baby was involved in a part of YSL. It's no secret that Baby, Gunna, and Young Thug mostly hang out with each other, whether it's in the studio, at home, or wherever they want to go. As it doesn't seem like a coincidence that once the proffer deals were created with YSL members and the feds, Lil Baby has been extremely quiet on social media. It's almost as if ever since the snitching happened in the YSL case, 4PF and Lil Baby hit the Atlanta DA's radar, as the interview I showed at the start of the video was released only 2 days after the snitching occurred, making some believe that members of YSL that are snitching also do work in 4PF, meaning that if they want to create good proffer deals, the members of YSL have to admit to everything. So if they did any sort of street activity within 4PF or helping 4PF, they had to tell the feds everything, meaning that Lil Baby obviously will come up as well. Now, in court, it was announced that Young Thug and his YSL associates are responsible for over 50 passings of rival street members, with active instances of firearm use in the public. As the Fulton County District Attorney, Fannie Willis, spoke with the local Atlanta news station, adding the indictment reportedly includes allegations of 3 passings and dozens more. One passing being identified as Donovan Thomas Jr., as Young Thug is accused of renting the vehicle that was used in the Thomas passing. As they added, Thomas's passing is extremely significant. Willis said it occurred back in 2015, and what myself and any law enforcement member can tell you, as a result of the back and forth firearm use, many passings have occurred. There has probably been about 50 since 2015. Now, this is from the back and forth between YSL versus other street teams. It's important to note Young Thug is not accused of being the main person in these passings, but looking back from crimes all the way back from 2015, near the start of Lil Baby's music career, as it was also stated, Jeffrey Williams, known as Young Thug, has been helping out Lil Baby financially ever since the start of his rap career. Now, that's known from everybody online, but what if Lil Baby had to do a little extra just to get this financial gain, other than just sitting in the studio and creating music? Now, luckily, Young Thug's lawyer is completely on his side and knows that Young Thug is innocent, as the rapper's lawyer Brian Steele is pushing back on all claims against his client, stating Mr. Williams has committed no violation of the law whatsoever. Steele told XXL in a statement, "We will fight this case ethically and legally. Mr. Williams, aka Young Thug, will be cleared." Now, with the serious allegations of Young Thug and Gunna being responsible for allegedly 50 passings, there's no chance of the YSL rappers being released on bond, as YSL rapper Gunna was also told this on Monday, May 23rd. Gunna was denied bond once again after prosecutors claimed in court he holds a command role among YSL. Gunna appeared in court in Fulton County for a bond hearing. During the hearing, prosecutors spelled out why the rapper should remain behind bars until his trial begins, as prosecutors paint him as a key member in the YSL organization. The judge ultimately agreed, and Gunna's trial date was set for next year, as journalist Jewel Wicker was present present during the hearing and reported on it via Twitter, stating, "A judge denied bond for Gunna, set his trial date for January 9th, 2023. As she posted, "The prosecutors allege that YSL is a team, not just a record label. They also allege that Gunna serves a command role." In a follow-up tweet, she added, "Prosecutors said Gunna is a documented team member and that he and Williams would direct their troops to commit acts." The judge said his biggest concern was witness tampering, as Gunna's attorney can now file a renewed motion for bond at a later date. Now, if Young Thug's group YSL is found guilty of 50 passings, Young Thug will be serving life inside of prison. Same with Gunna if he does hold that command role that prosecutors allege. Law enforcement will be going through Gunna's cell phone, laptops, and any devices he owns to gain information. Now, DJ Academics gave insight on what would happen to Lil Baby if he's arrested, stating that he doubts the 4PF rapper is in any sort of street stuff, which I also do believe is true. Many people online are bringing up very valid points.
On the outside looking in, I know everything looking sweet, but there's some struggles and some pain you can't see. It's been hard on me, not to mention all them nights with no sleep, trying to figure out how the fuck we gon'